All right, everybody ready? That's just how we draw it up. It was perfect. It was really a great night. I could not be more proud of this football team. The way they hung in there and played a hard-fought game. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. And just the overall day, that's the big thing. Let's not kid ourselves. We've been building for this moment for a couple years with the stadium, with the anticipation, with the fans, with the anticipation of our team and an improved football team. And we are. I know it didn't always show out there tonight, but that's why you play. And it's an opener, it's a start. There's going to be so many opportunities for us to learn from this, but just very proud of everybody involved. Again, I've talked about that since the moment I arrived on campus. That it was going to take a big commitment from a lot of people to have us be successful. There was evident that there was very much support from a lot of people tonight. The people that have worked on this stadium, Mitch Barnhart, Russ Pear, and just all the coaches and support staff and people that have volunteered to help and put in all this hard work and just have this environment. Special thanks to the fans. To have a sellout, I've asked them to come, and they did. The catwalk, walking in here, the atmosphere this afternoon, or late this afternoon, this evening, when we walked in here, the atmosphere in that catwalk was amazing. Believe me, that is a building block for our program. That kind of passion, that kind of energy from our fan base will do nothing but help us. Help build this program, help attract top quality athletes, and inspire the players that we have here right now. So I thank them from the bottom of my heart. We felt a big obligation to play a good football game and to win this game. So I'm not going to let the fact that it got a little sloppy in the second half take away from that. It's a victory. We're always going to be grateful for victories. It was a good start, but I'm just proud of everybody and just appreciative of everybody's support. It's been a long time coming. We are going to work. We're going to enjoy this tonight, and we're going to go back to work, and we're going to become a good football team. So that's a good starting point.
Mark, how much was the game plan to go deep early with Patrick? It seemed like in the first half especially, you pretty much.
Yeah, we did hit some, and then we started missing them. And as we started missing them, they started daring us to, ganging up on the run and loading the box and making us throw it down the field, and we started missing them. But we always, have the approach that if they're taking things away, if they're loading it up, then we have to be able to get the ball down the field. And if we make people play with numbers, then we have to take some shots and hit them. And we did that. And then we, again, all the credit to Louisiana, but we had some other shots that we missed, and we just got to make them.
Mark, how did you feel Patrick played overall?
I'm sure, he did some very good things, but I'm sure that there's a lot of places that we're going to need to improve on. I think he got a little out of sync when he maybe overthrew a couple early, and then he started underthrowing and just got off a little bit. But it's not all on him, but he'll improve. It's a good starting point. You know what? It's good to be in a tough game like that, and just let him go through some adversity and some tough plays, and then come back and do what we have to do to win.
How much did you sense that you're down a couple of key linebackers tonight, and there were some plays that got away from you? Could you tell you missed those guys?
Yeah, it did. And I told you all along that I was anxious and excited to watch some young guys play. There were some moments out there it was difficult to watch. So we need to improve, but that's why you play. And yeah, we have some young guys. We have some freshmen that were put in a position that we needed them to win this game, and they did some good things, and they did some things that we need to do a lot better.
Mark, you recruit a big back. Is that what you expect out of him?
Absolutely. The run by McKell at the end of the game there was impressive. He had a great desire to get in the end zone. And we felt like we were close on the play before, and came back, and I believe we ran the same play. Dawson will tell you when he comes in, but I think it was the same play. We may have come back with power, but we hit it, and then he finished off the last guy and got it in the end zone, so it's great.
Is that how you guys have talked to him about that? You know, don't try to run like a little guy, run like a big guy.
Yeah, but
he really lowered his shoulders.
Well, he did. He lowered his shoulders, and he finished the run. And the thing that's a little bit nice and deceiving about him is that he is light on his feet. He does have good vision. If you notice, he got through there and then he finished the run. But yeah, there's a time for all of it because he really can be a complete back. But it was certainly great to see him finish like that.
When you talk about the sense of responsibility everyone felt to come out and win tonight, when they roar back and it's a tie game and they have the ball, 6 minutes ago, I guess feeling that, what's going through your mind?
Well, yeah, and we talked about it. I could talk about it all week. I could talk about the players all the time. That things don't always happen the way you want. And then we come out and we run in 80 yards or whatever it was, 75 yards on the first play of the game, and we get ahead of them early and really had things in pretty good control. And then they flip the script on us. But that's what happens. I mean, the game's never going to go exactly as planned. Very rarely does that happen, and that's where you have to learn from that. And I believe at the moment you're talking about, we came back with a stop, a score, and a stop. So that's a character builder again. I think that's good. Sure, I wish we could have pulled away from them and made some plays and played a little bit cleaner. But in certain ways, in some ways, that's even better to have to come back and do it that way.
Would Henderson fill in for Ron Flanagan tonight? Can you talk about his performance?
Yeah, I thought he did some good things all along. Khalid, he's been practicing playing for a few years now, and I thought he did some good things. It looked like to me. I know when I notice him, that's a bad thing sometimes. So some of the other guys I noticed, and we got to get some things corrected, and that's what happens. With some real young guys.
It seemed like J.D. Harmon made a couple big plays tonight. Just what kind of progress has he made?
Yeah, he's been making progress, and again, he's a guy that has earned our trust and our respect a little bit by his play throughout this camp, because he needed to improve and he has improved. We felt that way going into the game as we talk about guys that we trust and that we knew we needed to get into some depth with being so hot and everybody being so amped up. I mean, such a long day, hot. The guys were excited, ready to play, and you come out and start that way. So you're going to have to put some guys in and get some depth. But I was confident with him because he had played better throughout camp.
When you go into a season thinking you have some playmakers, wide receiver, but they've got to go do it. To see 5-6 guys go make a huge play in the course of that game, how significant is that for the offense?
It was very significant, and that's what we got to see. Like, who's going to continue to make those plays when the game's on the line? Again, I thought they were working hard, and we'll hit some more, because we missed a few tonight, but we'll hit even more as we move forward.
Mark, you talked about the hype and so forth leading up to the game, the young players and so forth. Do you think that maybe hurt you in the second half, that maybe they expended too much energy and were so hyped early on?
Yeah, I don't know, why. It does worry you some, when you go in half, and it wasn't a perfect half, the first half, but you felt like you had things in control, in pretty good shape, and I did feel, I felt like there was the energy kind of started coming down a little bit in general. I think, and that's what I was talking to the coaches on the sideline, actually. I was, let's go, get your group ready to go, and they're going to feed off us and our energy, and again, I felt like to be put in a pressure situation, because there was a lot of pressure on us to win this game. Again, we had it all teed up. You had the stadium, you had the packed house. We had a very good opponent that we know that. Maybe the general public don't always know that, but a team that wins 9 games in a row, 9 games, 4 years in a row, and 4 bowl games in a row, there are no pushovers. And we talk about that often, and nobody's going to give you anything. You got to go make plays, you got to go earn it, you got to go earn a victory. And we did that. So we'll learn, we'll get better.
Last question.
How do you feel about Boone's game as a whole? Obviously, that's a big play early.
Yeah, big play early. That's the way to break it in right there, breaking that turf. But overall, I mean, that's Boone. I mean, he's going to have some big plays. But I thought all the backs had their moments. JoJo's big run when we were a little bit bogged down a little bit. He had that big 30-yard run or so. And that's what, all those guys keeping their head in the game and pulling for each other. You never know who you're going to count on to step up and make that play. So that it? But again, just a great night, great victory, completely happy with the turnout. Just our team felt that, felt the energy, and just appreciate everybody's hard work. It's been a lot of fun.
Charles Walker just had one catch, but it came at a pretty key time there.
Pretty key, you think?
Well, I thought so, but I don't know
Well,
what you think.
but that's him, you know, that's him. You know, just give him a lot of credit. He got hit and spun around, 2 or 3 yards short, and somehow got it to within an inch. And you know, that's Charles. He brings a good toughness, and he's going to continue to earn playing time. He's a good player. Brings good energy. He's good on special teams, and he's been tough inside there.
All right, thanks,
Okay,
Coach.
thank you.